Hello, welcome back. Today is an amazing evening because it's the 10th episode of the Sunday live interview. There is a place where women can find a lot of topics, tips, and advice from other women. And then tonight I have a surprise for you because I have a special guest star from California, USA, in America, the great author, the great coach, Jacque Book. Now, as I switch on her screen, and
Hi,
voila,
Christian.
Jacque Book.
Hi, Christian. Nice to be here with you.
Welcome on my 10th episode of this live that is growing Sunday by Sunday. And I feel excited because you wake up early this morning. You are in California. And then I am sure that tonight, with your talents, your experience, we can deliver an amazing live show. And uh, I'm sure that your story, your experience can inspire other women tonight learn more about your experience. So I feel so excited in this moment.
I want to say congratulations. 10 shows. That's amazing. I am super excited and happy to be here.
Thank you. You're very kind. Because it's a challenge, stay committed. It's not just about myself, because as a relationship coach, I want to give more topics, advice to my viewers or the women follow my channel. But the problem is, I suppose, is they can trust me as a relationship coach if I give real experience from others, they reach their goals. So this one is a good way to show the value behind the relationship coaching. So, Jacque, please, could you introduce yourself? You can tell about yourself, what you're doing, what is your next dream or goal for this year. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So my name is Jacque Book, and I live in Santa Barbara, California, which is a beautiful little piece of heaven on earth. I am a mindset coach. I'm a healer. I am here to empower women to live their best life and their authentic life, and for them to understand that everything and anything is possible. I have all kinds of tools, mindset tools that are super, super helpful. Sometimes they're so easy, people don't really believe me. But once you put them into action and put them into work, it's amazing how quickly things work. So I'm super happy to be here. I'm an author. I wrote a chapter in a brand new #1 international bestseller called Permission Granted. I share it with 20 amazing, amazing, strong women. If you've ever seen The Secret, you might know Ayanla Van Zant, Marcy Shimoff, Patty Aubrey. They're all co-authors in the book, and it's about time, like right now, with the pause of the universe, I call it. Everything is shifted. Everything is constantly changing. It's time that we stand up and give ourselves permission for whatever it is that we want, whatever our goals are, whatever our dreams are, and then to use the tools to take steps forward to enable that to be able to come into our life.
Wow, I completely agree with you. Yes, we need to allow ourselves to accept the changing. Yeah, and I'm sure that tonight our women, the viewers, they can learn more about themselves and the way they can change their life. And your experience, your book are the right tool in the right moment, especially now because we have to deal with a big crisis in advance due to the pandemic. So I invite our viewers to bring notes about tonight because I'm sure you will reveal more that they can be committed to change their life step by step. Thank you so much. And now the okay, because I promise always to my guests they create 5 questions, but when I have a guest like you, for me is a challenge because I need to be committed to deliver the live in a way that is clear for the viewers. But my excitement in this moment making me a little bit not confused but happy. So I want to ask you if in your life did you have an episode that has start to create in your mind the change that you need?
Yes. I think many times it has. I can say my biggest one was 6 years ago. I'm sorry, I have my door open, you guys. So if you can hear the planes and the birds, I'm happy to get up and close my door if they're flying over my house. So 6 years ago, I was under a lot of stress, and I didn't think I was. I mean, I knew I was, but I'm like, that's okay. I've got this. I can handle it. I can handle a lot of things. I've handled a lot of things before, and sorry, Christian, but as a woman, we handle a lot of different plates and a lot of different jobs and a lot of different things at one time. And we're just like, no problem. So I ended up in the hospital, and my doctor said, you have this really strange thing. Half of your heart is not beating and the other half is. And it's called Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. And a lot of people die from it. And I thought, well, that's not going to happen to me. And fast forward about, I don't know, 3 months, he said, well, part of your heart tissue died, a little piece of it, and it's okay. You'll live a long life. And I went, okay, well, that's not going to work for me. I'm in it. My heart tissue is going to be healed. That's what this process is for me. It's what it's here to teach me. And so I did a lot of inner work. I quieted my mind. I quieted everything. I slowed down, which is kind of what's happening to all of us right now, which is an interesting parallel. And we're all energy. So some people have, it's not bad energy or good energy, but some people have completely different energy than me, and that takes a lot out of me. So while I was recovering and healing this part, I had to just kind of limit who I was around and who I was exposed to, because I really needed to rest. And I just started going within, and I realized I get messages from the universe, and they told me that I could heal my heart tissue and that here's how to do it. So I would bring light into my body every day for a year. And I did it in the shower, because I think that if you tie a practice to something you do, you're more apt to do it. When you brush your teeth, you do that a couple times a day. And if you're, think, okay, this is what I'm going to do this. So a year later, I had an echocardiogram, and my doctor comes in. He goes, I don't know how to tell you this. I go, what? Are you giving me bad news? And he goes, no. Your heart tissue is completely healed. I've never seen it. It's not in any medical journal. As far as I'm concerned, it's not possible. We had the same machine. I looked back at your records from a year ago, and we can see where your heart tissue is dead. He goes, it's completely alive. And I go, that's fantastic. Then it's true. We can heal ourselves. And he goes, I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't want to know about it, but just keep doing it. And so my philosophy is anything is possible. I believe stress that people are under are causing dis-ease in your body. When your body is not aligned with your thoughts and with what's happening outside and with stress, it causes the diseases that we're diagnosed with inside of our body. So it's super important. Your thoughts become things. Your words become things. One of my favorite things I have on my board up here is good or bad habits always deliver results. So if you think about that, you're going to get results. If you have bad habits, you're going to get bad results. If you have good habits, you're going to get good results.
Yes.
It's your choice. Everything is a choice. It's up to you. How do you want your life to turn out? How do you want to move forward? It's all your choice.
Yes, I am grateful that you have told that our viewers about this important pillar, and maybe one day I can share more about my life experience or about my last 4 years in the England. It's really true. When we want to change something, we need to become responsible and accept the changing. But then, without action, it's just an idea in our mind. And
Right.
then, more we wait for that something can happen, and more we waste energy. It's better to be committed. In fact, I am amazed by your story. When I read your bio, I was fascinated. In fact, I thought now it's time to interview Jackie because her experience is something extraordinary. And when we think in a term of energy, as you told before, is really true. Uh, because we need to know that we are like a magnet. We attract people, but at the same time, we can avoid people.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So, after this episode in your life, how did you discover your mission in helping others?
I think since I was a young girl, I always wanted to help others. It's something that's super important to me. I am not money oriented or money driven. I am help driven. I am love centric and love driven. Now, don't get me wrong. You need money to function in the world. And I believe that money needs to flow through your home. If you get money and you hold on to it, that also causes disease. You just need the money to function. You need to pay your bills. You need gas in your car if you have a car. And for me, I just believe that money flows through my home in expected and unexpected ways. But I think, honestly, Christian, I think it's only been during the pandemic where it's like hitting me over the head with all my experiences, what I went through with Takotsubo cardiomyopathy. And now, I mean, I have many funny stories to share with people people would just be going, "What is she really telling the truth?" But they are the truth. But I saw an article on our local news in America that Takotsubo since May has doubled in the diagnosis that it's ever been before.
Hmm.
Twice as many people are coming down with Takotsubo than ever before. And that is because it is caused by stress. And we are
Yes,
all under stress right now.
yes. Yeah. In fact, as I told to my friend around me, and this period of our life, the stress is killing more people than the coronavirus.
Yes.
Exactly, because as a human, we need to have a relationship. We need to have the opportunity to create something and stay at home or don't visit our friends or going to our favorite places is something that make our mind uh, crazy. So, how, in your opinion, women now they can deal with this big problem?
I think there's some super easy tools. And if you're not doing them, I highly recommend a gratitude practice. And so people go, "Well, I'm grateful. I don't need to do a gratitude practice." But the thing about a gratitude practice is it rewires your brain. It can create new synapses in your brain. It raises your energy. I know for sure that love and gratitude are the two highest energies that you can resonate with. And as you spoke about the magnets, you really want your energy as high as it can be because that is who you're attracting. And those are the people you're going to have meaningful, deep relationships with. If your energy, I don't know if you know Pigpen from Linus and Lucy, those cartoons when I was a kid. If you resonate at that really low energy, if you're really angry, if you're really unhappy, you're going to attract others at that same level. And it's not a good place to resonate at. So gratitude. before I open my eyes in the morning, in that state where you're waking up, but you haven't really like fully engaged to open your eyes or have a conversation or get your coffee, I just sit and I just think of 5 things I'm grateful for. 5.
Okay.
I try to make it different every day. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you're in a bad place and it can be, wow, I'm grateful I had a bed to sleep in. I'm
And
grateful that I have clothes to put on, to get up in the morning.
wow, yes, it's simple, but it's extraordinary because first of all, we need to be grateful in what we have in our life, uh, not just about something materialistic, but our relationship. I can wake
Mhm.
up, I can call my parents, I can go to bed, I can call a friend, I can go somewhere, I meet somebody in a supermarket.
Yes,
Uh, exactly. And everything we have around us, everything is made by others, and then is beautiful. So for us in this moment, this part of the planet, we are lucky because you live in California. You have surrounded by all things you like, and me in England the same. I can go to visit London Museum, watch a movie every in the cinema. So we are living in a extraordinary time, but of course we need to be aware what is the real fact from our mind
correct.
before
And even
before
you
yes.
can take a little walk outside in nature and you can be grateful that there's, grass under your feet. You can be grateful that the trees are giving you lemons and grapefruits and avocados. And you can be grateful that the sun is out, or you can be grateful there's a breeze blowing. I mean, it doesn't have to be a thing or anything you own. It's just understanding living in a place from gratitude it really is one of the pillars of happiness.
The fact is strange, Jackie, because this period I read a book about Tesla, Nikola Tesla. He told, if you want to discover the secret of universe, you need to think in terms of energy, vibration, and frequency.
I
It,
believe in
this
all of
is
that.
true. Yeah, yeah, yes. It's amazing. And we are able to create our life just thinking in a different way.
Yes. And it's
Eh,
easy to get out of that thinking, right? So you have to like I read books, like I listen to people's podcasts. I call people that are in my friends or my community that I have built over the years. I call them to just have a conversation because you have to work at keeping your energy up at that level. It doesn't just happen when Corona hit. As an empath, I feel other people's feelings across the nation. The first couple of weeks I couldn't stop crying. It was so heavy. There was such deep sadness and such deep pain that people were feeling. And I kind of got depressed, and that's not who I am. And my husband was like, "Oh my God." He goes, "You're the most positive person I know. Like, I don't know anybody else like you." He goes, "If you're depressed and you're sad, what the heck is everybody else going through?" Which was an eye opener for me. I had a few episodes of anxiety. I've never had it before. And then I look at that, thank goodness it stopped, because for any of you going through anxiety, I feel for you. I have complete compassion and empathy for what you're going through, and please get help for that. There are tools for that. But it was such an interesting experience to go through it and feel it, never having felt it. But then I go, well, I went through that too. So just so my empathy and compassion, and as a life coach and a mindset coach, I could go deeper with my clients because they're going to relate to me much more if I've experienced it than not knowing what they're going through. That makes sense.
it makes sense because you maybe can share more about yourself with our viewers. You create an extraordinary life as a mother that has changed her life, her mindset, step by step. And then now you are very an amazing wisdom that is real to find another person. So, for example, if you want to give tonight a little advice for a mom, a suggestion. We
Mm-hmm.
Please, could you share more so the mother or the young mother tonight can say, okay, I can listen to Jackie advice, and then I can put her advice in my life. Thank you.
Yes. I think along with mindset, it's a choice. It's a choice in how you look at things, and it's a choice in how you feel. A lot of people get stuck in, well, that person said that, and that made me really angry, and so now I'm angry, and they made me angry. But in actuality, none of that is true. And some people will be arguing with me right now while I'm saying this out loud because they don't understand the concept yet. But the concept is, I have a choice of how I feel. I have a choice if I'm angry or if I'm empathetic. And I'll share with you. I think my husband's in the other room and won't hear me. But so sometimes my husband will say something to make me mad. When you're in a partnership, we've been together for 31 years, you just say things that make each other mad sometimes. So I remember this one day, I was very triggered. And it probably wasn't about what he said to me. I was just angry, seething anger. I sat down in a chair and I did some breathing and I closed my eyes and I center myself. And I'm like, wow, that's a lot of anger. And then I look at the anger like, what is that anger about? Like, do I need to be angry? Is the house on fire? Am I in danger? Is something really bad about to happen that I need to be angry so that I can take action and move quickly? And the answer was no to all those questions, right? So I sat there and I could still feel the anger. And then I'm like, oh my God, I don't have to be angry. He said something, doesn't make it true. You don't have to be angry. And in the moment, I didn't do anything, but I think it's the observance in the moment where I realized I didn't have to be angry. All of that anger like melted out of my body and into the middle of the universe, which was super powerful to me. So think about that. Like, think about you have young children and oh my gosh, these parents right now with young children, even if some of them are working from home with their jobs and they're homeschooling because our schools have not opened yet here in America. And I have like 3 or 4 neighbors with young kids. And I suppose I'm like, is there anything you need help with? Can I help you? Can I do something for you? Because you're under a lot of things to do. So think of the stress that is. And then maybe one of your kids has a meltdown because they do. I mean, honestly, wouldn't we like to have meltdowns sometimes? You can get away with it more when you're little. So think of, maybe your child's having a complete meltdown and you could be frustrated, or you could just go, wow, I don't have to get angry because they're not putting their pajamas on and they're not going to bed or whatever it is that's bothering you, right? I could just sit down on the floor next to them and just hold space for them to just get themselves together. And once they do, read an extra book, give extra hugs. Or if that doesn't work, put mommy on a timeout. Put mommy in the room and close the door and have mommy space so that you can regroup, understand you don't have to be angry, and just go into it with a different mindset, a different attitude.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I have just see your eyes. You have the light. Yes. When you mention about your daughter, this example about the door, how to deal with your the anger is lovely because many couples, because as a relationship coach, I can have the opportunity to coach them. And then sometimes it's very simple to fix their relationship. Start to communicate better, and then have a certain boundaries and behave in a certain way. It's so easy, but it's the power, the one thing, the love. And then tonight you have share the power of love with our viewers. I'm very grateful to you. And then I invite our viewers to see again your eyes. In this moment you have the light, and this one is beautiful. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Welcome. So yes, I agree with you. We need to think the consequences of our thinking. Because if me, you, all people just are following our idea, our thinking patterns, we can destroy our relationship or our life as well. So it's better to stay focused on the real situation that is happening, not just blaming somebody.
Right.
Not thinking about ourselves, and they say, okay, now it's time to rebuild.
Or even, what part did I play in that, in a relationship? What part did I play in that sentence being said? Whether I agree with it or not agree with it, sometimes if we really look at it, we might have to say something a little bit different also for them not to. Maybe that was a response that triggered, us to be angry. But your thoughts become things. Your thoughts are energy, just like you are. And I want to remind women out there that we all have anger thoughts. It's part of life. It's human nature. We all maybe get angry at how our children are behaving or misbehaving, or whatever they're going through. But take it from someone who's been around for a long time. Over 50 years, I like to say.
Oh my God.
You don't even have to say anything in anger to your children for them to understand you're mad at them and you're angry with them. And even if you're angry at your partner, if you're angry at what you see on TV, if you're angry, whatever, when you're without doing anything physically, without saying anything, your children will know that you're angry. And that will have a pretty long-term condition for them that they're going to have to work through. So, and look, we're not perfect. I mean, my husband and I used to joke that, like, well, we're going to start saving now for the therapist for our kids because it'll all be our fault. We're sure of it. Like, that's just a joke. But we have to be careful. Their little minds are sponges. And the more kind and calm we can be, and what great things to be able to teach them. I think that during this time of the pause in the universe and all of the children being homeschooled, everybody is talking about how bad it is that they're maybe getting behind in school. And I talk to my neighbors and I'm like, teach them how to cook. If you know how to sew, if you know how to fish, teach them how to fish. Teach them how to do things. Everything else they'll catch up on. But I had this thought a month ago. Think of all the children that are bullied in school. And my kids were bullied at different points of their life. And I was too. Maybe you were too. And others out there. I'm sure someone can relate to what I'm saying right now. Think about all those children that are at home in their nurturing parents' household with their parents helping them at school and nurturing. Think of how much they're healing by not being bullied. So I think that there's going to be some really good things that come out of the pandemic. Also, I don't think it's all bad.
Yes. Yeah, I think that in this moment we can choose to be happy despite these strange days.
Yes.
Because exactly, I remember when I was isolated like a prisoner in my room for 1 month. Stay alone without any contact. I saw the difference, and then I saw who is my friend. I saw, I saw who I am, because I need to be engaged, making something every day different at home. Exercise, keep my body fit, eat properly, study, be committed, have a plan. So I suppose that in this moment, the humanity can choose the direction.
And
or
they
follow.
are. Yes.
Yes. We can decide now to build a new economy, a new society, a new culture, and then we can follow our passion. I think
and I know that there are businesses that aren't making any money right now, and there are businesses that are closing, and that is very tough. It is very tough on families, on people that own companies. I know it, but I also think that from that we have to learn to pivot, and we have to come up with new plans and new ideas, and there is a future. Everything is just not going to stop right now, and we're not going to move forward. We are going to move forward, but that forward is just going to look different. But in history, doesn't it always look different? I don't know.
Yes, but I noticed that this moment, who is able, for example, to share experience, who is able to create a proper content, who is able to give solution, can survive. Because I noticed that before this pandemic, the professional, the companies, they just wanted, giving me your money, give me your time, give me your soul. But now, exactly now is the time to share, not just pretend something from by others. Now, in fact, I created my channel to helping women because I want to share something. Could be a topic, an experience, a book, a free consultation, any kind of things that can help women and the viewers to deal with their problems. And then can make the difference. I can help you, and you can help me. So we can help each other.
And I see a lot of that in my community. I see people handing out food, on Saturdays to people that don't have jobs and don't have food to feed their families. I have seen a lot of the children would get breakfast and lunch at school, and now the schools are closed. And I drive by the schools, and there's a whole load of volunteers and a drive-through and tables, and they're giving families food so that they can have breakfast and lunch. And I see a lot of people reaching out and even offering some programs for free, like people that I follow and some of my mentors. I think a lot of us are just doing the best we can and doing what we can to help and stay in that positive frame of mind. It is really, really, really important.
Wow. The fact it's strange because maybe we have a certain kind of idea similar, because I believe in the abundance of the power of the universe. We need to think in terms of abundance, because if we can see back on the past, when our parents or our grandparents, they survived after the war without nothing.
Yeah.
Without maybe a shower, without cookers at home, nothing. But they are able to rebuild the economy, their lives. This one is possible because of the power of the universe that give the abundance to the humanity. Now, for example, we have surrounded by cars, homes, we are surrounded by clothes, everything. But 100 years ago, it was impossible. So we need to think in terms of abundance, open our mind to the ideas, and then stay committed every day to create. But the universe is able to respond if you stand up, not just stay on the sofa.
I always say that I used to teach my children when they were younger that what abundance looks like to me is when you open the refrigerator and you have a choice of what to eat. Like in a very simplistic way, if you have choices of what you're going to have for dinner, you're living in abundance.
Yes, we live in abundance. For example, I remember when my grandfather he went to Belgium because he need to feed up their children. They come back, he start to create a little business just to sell flowers. But for many Italian people, was impossible to survive. But they, step by step, grow up with the family, they found a job, and then the power of abundance was real from just one idea. One idea.
Yeah.
My grandfather could be give up, and
Right.
maybe
He could
yes,
have. But your family would be in a lot different place if he had.
yes, and uh,
My birds talk to me and they're being very loud right now. I'm sorry.
but, but what kind of bird is it?
They're crows right now.
Ah,
They're
exactly.
different, but right now the crows are speaking very loudly, but sorry.
I like
I love Mother Nature and I love birds and I love the outdoors and I believe it's super healing. So that's another idea. If you're feeling anxiety, if you're feeling upset, if you're angry, if you're feeling like you don't know which way to turn, take a walk. Start with walking around the block if you can. I mean, even if it's raining. Christian, you said it's raining there. It doesn't rain a lot here. When it rains, we love to get our rain boots on and use our umbrellas, and we go walk anyways. So I just think if you can get outside, if you can get to water, water is super healing. Even in the shower. For me, I go to the beach and put my feet in the water and in the sand, and I just feel so completely connected to the universe. And it will just, I flip my switch, it'll bring me back to gratitude.
then you are demonstrate how women are sensitive to the power of the nature and how the nature can heal our body, our soul, and our mind.
That's right.
Please, Jackie, do you have a story about how the power of the nature are healed your mind, your soul, your body?
I think for me, I don't even have to be in nature. I can just visualize the nature. One of my favorite meditations to do is imagine you're walking along a beautiful grass pasture and you see some big trees in the far distance, and you walk along and then you see a stream, and then you go down a little trail, and then there's a waterfall, and you go into the body of water and you stand in the waterfall, and the water is flowing like through your body, around your head and around your body, but through you also. And you just visualize all of your stress, all of your anxiety, all of your anger, all of the negativity and the energy that is attached to you that's not yours, just clearing out into that big body of water, so that all of your atoms and all of your veins and all of your body and all of your organs can just be completely cleared of anything that doesn't have anything to do with you, because we pick things up along the way and attaches to us. And sometimes I do it daily, sometimes twice a day. I love that visualization, because maybe you can be at a business meeting with a really difficult client, or maybe you can be at dinner with a difficult mother-in-law. My mother-in-law's passed and she was not difficult. I'm not speaking personally, but you can have your eyes open and you can do that whole nature visualization. And my clients are always amazed by, like, oh my God, when you first told me that, I thought it was so stupid. I thought, like, how could that possibly work? And they'll call me after like being in that situation and doing that visualization, and just going, oh my God, it worked. And nobody knew I was doing it. Like, the tools that I have and the tricks I have, you don't have to go in a dark room all by yourself and in the closet and close the door. You can just do them wherever you are.
Wow, is lovely to hear this, because I practice meditation in the past. In the nature, I worked alone in the wild, in the park, on the river, in the rivers, and then yes, the nature can help us to can you say to rebalance our body and
Mm-hmm.
our mind. It's beautiful. Yes, then it's free.
That's right.
It's free.
There's a lot of things that are free. Everything isn't. I don't know. In my experience, in my life experience, and the coaching that I do, you don't need to spend $100,000. I don't know how much Christian charges, but there are people out there that can help you. And I always think that you need to be drawn to them. You need to feel comfortable with them. If you feel off, then they're not the right person for you. And there is enough people doing enough work and help out there that you will be able to find that kinship. Like, I can meet somebody and within 10 minutes we look at each other and we're like, oh my God, I feel like I've known you my whole entire life. Like, Christian and I didn't know each other. Somehow we met online virtually, and this is the first time we've actually like talked, and now like I feel connected to you. I feel like I've known you for a really long time, which is how the universe works for me. It brings me to people that we can connect and do great things together. And so whenever you feel that way, pay attention to it. I don't know if people really consciously pay attention. And if people really, really rub you the wrong way, if they make you agitated and they make you nervous, if you can't always, because sometimes it's someone you can't really separate yourself from. But if you can separate yourself, just limit your time with them.
Wow. So now I know the reason, because you are a best-selling author. I suppose you put all your experience in your book, and then you have inspired a lot of readers with your experience. It's only extraordinary. I believe that is a gift. You have a gift, because it's not easy to find somebody that is able to see the life from this kind of point of view.
And I'm always learning. I think that that's another key. Read, listen to podcasts. There's amazing podcasts out there. Maybe there's a couple of really interesting life magazines now that talk about gratitude and talk about energy and talk about all of these things. And I always say, like, even if you're not a believer, and it's okay. I have really good friends who aren't believers. I'm not attached to that, because I will get my word out to the people that need to hear what I have to say. And the people that are non-believers, it's okay. They don't have to believe me. Life is good. I don't need that.
Yes, in fact, I believe that we can choose or believe, and then I believe we receive different messages in certain point of life.
Yes. When I hear the same thing 3 times, sometimes I'll hear it something I've never heard before, and I'll hear it 3 times, like in one day. I'm like, okay, stop yelling at me. I get it. I'm supposed to go figure out what that means or what that is or learn about it. But I was going to say, like, but just try one of these tips. Even if you're not a believer, try it. Try doing gratitude for 28 days. Wake up in the morning. Okay, if that doesn't work for you, brushing your teeth. You can think of 5 things you're grateful for every day while you're brushing your teeth, or putting your shoes on, or whatever you want to tie it to. Just try it for 28 days. I'm pretty sure at the end of 28 days, you'll go, maybe they're onto something.
Yeah, yes. So, Jackie, we can suggest to our viewers to do this exercise that can help them not just maybe reaching their goals, but heal their body, their soul, their mind. So they have to repeat thank you to the universe, to themselves, to their friends every day. Is correct?
Wait, say that again?
So they have to be grateful every day, and then...
Yeah, and you don't have to just do it once. You could do it more than, during the day. But if it's just a gratitude practice, 5 simple things you're grateful for every day, but do it every day. And try not to be grateful for the exact same 5 things. Try to get creative and be grateful for something different every day for 28 days. And when you're grateful for things grow. So take note of it. Like, write down some notes where you are today. And in a week, write down some notes of where you are then. And then maybe even like, so I have this little tool. I didn't create it, but I think it's amazing. It's a little tiny gratitude journal.
Ah,
And then it has, lists in it. Now you can see there's a lot. They have like, what do they have? I think there's 10. And they have little notes, but you can write it on anything. There's all kinds of little, you can get these like at the dollar store, just like a little notebook. Write what you're grateful for. Write how you're feeling. At the end of 28 days, like email me. You can see the banner. You can email me through my website. I want to know, like, where were you? What was kind of the synopsis of what you were grateful for, and what happened at the end of the month? Did you get more of what you were grateful for at the end of the month? I can already tell you the answer, but I want you to experiment and get back to me. That'd be a fun experiment.
wow, is a extraordinary. Yes. So I invite our viewers, our women, to write to Jackie on her email, and then to try this exercise. And if you have any doubt or want to ask question, please write to her, and she will help me to help you.
I would love
Wow.
that.
Yes, and then yes, I suppose that we have a mission in our life. We in the right moment, our inner power will express our inner power to others. In this moment, because as a relationship coach, I know many women, they are a little bit confused. They have so too much to do at home. They maybe need to stay with the husband, the partner. The partner start blaming for everything. And then the children, they have a problem at the school. Now it's getting winter in Europe. So they are bear in mind. And then I think having a woman like you, an expert that has held her life, is a good moment to be engaged in something useful that can rebalance their life, but not just their life, their mind and their soul.
And an extraordinary life. Anything and everything is possible. The universe will give it to you. You have to be specific, though. If you don't tell God, the angels, the universe, Mother Nature, whatever you want to call it, if you don't tell it what you want, I call it like baseball. It just lobs you something. They don't know what you want, so they just give you stuff, and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And they're like, well, you didn't tell us what you wanted. And so, like, ask for something. Be specific. Be grateful and thankful for your amazing, wonderful health. We all need that right now. We need to be as healthy as we possibly can.
I will try this tonight. Before going to bed, I want to ask the universe. I want to transform my life because I want to more freedom and help more people to create an amazing planet, not just a little portion, but just because I believe in the power of the abundance. We
Yes.
can create, yes, we can create an amazing planet where we have all things, all stuff for all people in this planet, not just maybe for European or American, Chinese, so on. For all people,
For all
for all
people.
people. This one is yes, I am totally agree with you. Tonight I promise you, I will try this exercise.
Yay. Well,
Then
it's funny. So I'll tell you a simple, funny story. So I live my life this way in abundance and thanking the universe for like little miracles each and every day. And I was kind of redoing, my kids are now out of my home in their own homes. And so I've been kind of redecorating their rooms as guest rooms because now they come to visit, which is super nice. And I love that. So I walked in one of the guest rooms and it had a black bed skirt. Now that's the little ruffle that hangs like from the box spring down to the floor. So if you have anything under your bed, it covers it up. So it was black and the comforter was white. And I go, you know what, honey? I make a joke. There's a store called Bed Bath and Beyond, and they every week send you a 20% off coupon on your phone. You get a text. And so dinged, and my husband looked at me and I go, "Oh my God, you won't believe what I just got." And he's like, "What?" And I go, "I got a 20% off coupon at Bed Bath & Beyond." And he goes, "Oh," because he knows it's not special. And I go, you know what I really want? He goes, "No." I go, "I want a white bed skirt. I want a white bed skirt for the guest bedroom, because when I walk in, it'll be brighter and the black is too dark." He goes, "Okay." 10 minutes later, I'm looking on Facebook. I wasn't even looking for anything. And all of a sudden, this like Facebook marketplace thing popped up. Some woman had a white bed skirt for free. I go,
Wow.
10 minutes. And I go, "Oh my gosh." So I text her, and she literally lived 5 blocks from my house. I jumped in my car. I have a lemon tree. So I picked her a bag of lemons because that was so nice. She's giving that to me for free. I wanted to give her something. So I gave her the bag of lemons, and this little 3-year-old goes, "Mommy, who's here?" And she stood at the door and she goes, "Look, this lady, we're going to give her the white bed skirt. And she brought us lemons." And she goes, "Lemons? I love lemons. Lady, you're amazing." And I was laughing like, what 3-year-old tells somebody that they've never met before they're amazing? I'm like, okay, thank you, universe. There was my little miracle today. But look at that. I wanted a white bed skirt. I said it out loud. In 10 minutes, I had a free white bed skirt, and it's brand new, and it looks really nice in my guest room. If I can do it, all of you can do it.
Beautiful. Wow, so lovely. Listen to your experience, and then it's funny because the mechanism of universe. Sometimes, as human, we want to think, understand, but then, tack, it's easy.
You don't have to understand it. Just do it.
Yes.
Just do it and do it and do it every day. Make it a habit, and you will be shocked what happens.
Maybe, if you agree, I would like to invite you again next year. We can go deeper into this topic about how to be healed by the universe, by the power of the universe. What do you think?
I would love that. I would love that. I mean, I say I healed my heart tissue, and I did, because I did the work, but I also believe it was the universe that was allowed me the light to bring into my body to heal. And I continue to do it to this day. I do it every single day while I'm in the shower. So, because I don't want to catch anything. Something might attach itself to me, and I just like, nope, not coming in here. I've got things to do. I have the world to heal. Like that's the message I've received, Christian, for the last 2 years very strongly is the world is hurting. The world is in pain. You chose to be here in this time, in this body, to use your superpowers, which is to heal. And it kept putting me places where I could feel the pain. It's like COVID did that in tenfold. And I was like, I don't get it. Like, this is weird. I don't know why I'm here. And all of these people are in such pain. And the message I got was, that's because you have this beautiful life that you have created. And the people you surround yourself aren't in the pain that the rest of the world is in. And you needed to feel it, and we needed to show it to you so you could get going and do your work. So that's my calling. My calling is to help heal the pain of the universe, to show it there's another way, there's another choice. My voice has changed right there, and that means I'm speaking my truth. Wow. Okay, I hear you.
Yes, I believe this moment in our story, as I told before, we can choose the direction. And when we become aware, about this, we can choose to find the right people. And I suppose you are the right woman, the right coach, the right healer in the right moment of history. Because
absolutely,
we need to make just a little step to move forward our dream. And then we are not alone. We are not alone. You are you stay in England. You're not alone.
Right. Right. And there are a lot of you out there that maybe are feeling alone. Reach out. Reach out. We all have friends on Facebook. We have friends on Instagram. Send them a message. Call your friends. Call your family. And say out loud, you know what? I really need some help. I'm not doing well today. I'm not feeling well today. Or I'm feeling angry. Whatever your circumstances or whatever words fit you, reach out and ask for help. I would be so happy if my friends called and did that, and I would stop everything I was doing to talk with them and to help whatever I could help with. Not everybody can fix anything or help everybody, but it's important right now, especially we're missing our community. We're missing our hugs. We're missing our family. We're missing a lot of communal things we used to do. None of our churches or synagogues or places of worship are open. Family gatherings. I know so many people who had weddings planned for this year, and weddings are a beautiful place where we gather and we are a community and we show our love and we have this experience and we all get something from that, not just the bride and groom. And these babies are being born. And I know people, I just got goosebumps. I know people that haven't been able to meet their grandchildren. Like, what in the heck, so we are all suffering from lack of community, but you still can have a community. It can be a virtual community like this. Jump on Zoom with a friend, see them in person, even though you're not in person, because we have to be safe, but there's other ways to be a community, and it's super important that you put your energy into that. It will help you feel 100 times better.
Thank you. Yes. So follow Jackie's advice. Stay committed. Don't be alone. Find support by your friend and build. If they don't reach out to you, just don't give up. Call them. Feel them. Your presence. So it's a good way to use our social media, WhatsApp, StreamYard, any kind of platform to be engaged with other people. Don't stay alone. If you feel sad, call somebody, and then you can heal yourself. It's correct. Then it's free. Yeah, because people, maybe I can earn nothing because I gave this kind of advice, but I prefer people, they are happy.
Me too.
Yes. And then I believe strictly, if me, you, or others, all of us, we can help one person in our planet to transform, improve, change his life or her life. All people around this person, they can improve, transform, change their lives. It's like the domino effect. One person can brighten and then can inspire others. Another
Right.
person can be influenced by the friends or others and help others. It's like a wheel. It's like a avalanche.
Right. I help two people, they help two people, they help two people, and so on. And all of a sudden, there's a lot of people that have been helped.
So, Jackie, we have less than 2 minutes. As we have a promise.
How did that
happen? Oh my God. We have just a few 1 minute, 2 minutes for now. Which is your gift for our viewers?
I'm so excited that you asked. I do healing meditations, and if you go to my website, which is listed right there, it's hard. Okay, JacqueBook.com, and it'll just take a couple seconds, and there'll be a little pop-up that says, put your email here, and all you do is put your email in and your name, and you will get a healing meditation that is my voice recording. And you can even learn it yourself, and you could just do it yourself in your visual thoughts, or you can listen to my voice if you find that helpful.
Thank you. And I want to say thank you all viewers and to Jacque Book, because with all support today, I can deliver my 10th episode of the Sunday Live interview. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And then please subscribe my channel, subscribe, because with your support I can invite other guests, and then I can create more topic for you, because I make this effort for you, not for me. Okay.
Thank
Jackie,
you, Christian. It was
thank
my
you so much.
pleasure.
So we are committed to have another interview on the new year.
Great. I love it. I never have a lack of things to talk about, so it'll be great.
Okay, thank you so much. I need to finish this live. I can stay all night here, but for you it's in the morning.
Perfect.
So,
thanks. Until we talk again.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a brilliant day. Thank you. Take care.